Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a CD video, and let me just grab CDs. This is my E and F CDs. Now I don't have many in E and F. Well, not as many as I've shown before, but still a fair few. As you can see, that's just the E stuff, and there's a lot less Fs. But let me just start going through these. Let me just move them over out of the way a little bit. Okay. First is the Eagles' debut album. Pretty good album, but the Eagles are kind of like a band that I listened to a lot when I was a kid, and now I don't really listen to them that much. But you know, Take It Easy and you know what else? Take the Devil. Good tracks on that one. Next is the Eagles and their greatest hits. I think this is the world's like most sold album, or like one of the highest ever sold, like in numbers wise, somewhere in the 20 million mark, which is just fucking nuts. But yeah, obviously everybody's seen that 20 or 30 times at yard sales in the vinyl boxes, usually rag to shit. But yeah, this is another greatest hits. This is volume 2. This was released much later. But yeah, just another greatest hits CD that I bought at a yard sale. The Eagles, The Long Road Out of Eden. I got this used, pretty cheap. Not a bad album. I like the actual digipack. As you can see, it has like that like wallpapery textured cardboard. And some people might not notice, but this comes with a pretty decent package. As you can see, like it goes in the CD and booklet go in the same sleeve, and then there's this divider in between. Here's the booklet. Kind of small, but has the same kind of textured paper. And then there's the CD, which is just like that. But yep, pretty good CD packaging. This is a double CD set, if you don't know. But yeah, pretty good album. So yeah. Next is Echo Side, I believe, or Eco Side. I know Infidel Amsterdam mentioned these, I think. And this is Eye of Wicked Sight. And this is like Nocturnus Worship. If you know Nocturnus, they're like a spacey death metal band that use keyboards and stuff. And these guys are kind of like a tribute to that. They kind of have a lot of themes in that style. But yeah, I bought this from the band themselves. Sadly, I didn't mention to them to sign it for me, but still a great album. ELO and their greatest hits. Another ELO release, just the very best of. I got this for free. I found it in a house my dad was renting while he was doing a job site. So yeah, this was just left in the house. Somebody must have moved out and left it there. There was like 2 or 3 AC/DC albums or something too. But yeah, to get that for free wasn't bad. ELO are a good band in my opinion. Another band that I used to listen to on the radio all the time. I'd just turn the radio on my shitty little stereo and then listen to that all night. If you're wondering what we're listening to, I'll have the CD shown in a second. I just like listening to albums that I'm actually going to show in the video. Electric Wizard, Black Masses. This is the only Electric Wizard release I own, sadly, but I'll be looking to change that soon. I like the artwork on this. It's just kind of really cool psychedelic shit. The CD art is fucking hilarious, and I don't even care. YouTube can't get me banned for that shit. It's a fucking badge. YouTube can suck my ass if they don't like fucking if they don't like that shit. They can't censor me like that. But I like the purple. I like purple on doom metal releases. It really makes sense. Like just purple font and purple band, like purple tinted band pictures and stuff. Like doom metal's like color of choice is purple, as you can see. It also works with most black metal releases too. Next is another great album, and that is One Man Army by Inspirum. The only Inspirum album I own. I actually found this at Walmart, surprisingly. The case was slightly damaged when I found it. As you can see, you might be able to see it. There's like a little tiny mark there and a little tiny mark right there. But that didn't bother me. I paid like $14 for this at Walmart, and it was like $20 everywhere else. So yeah, for a 2 CD set, it's pretty awesome. I will get around to reviewing this, hopefully. I totally forgot this even came out. But now looking at it, I listened to it and it was a great album, but I will get to reviewing that. It's just comes with time. Entombed, Left Hand Path, classic album. Found this at a local my local CD shop. Was very surprised. They usually don't carry shit like that, but apparently they had it that day, and I bought it immediately. Eric Clapton, Slow Hand. Probably one of his best albums, and just a good release in general if you like Eric Clapton, which I do. Eric Clapton, Journeyman. One of his lesser known albums, I guess, but it's still pretty good. This is in the 80s when he was changing his style up a slight bit. I think everyone from the like George Harrison done the same thing. A lot of people did. Eric Clapton Unplugged, bought that at a yard sale, and I'll show it in the VHS videos, but I have the VHS copy of this. But I'll show that in my VHS DVD, like my VHS collection for like concerts, and I'll show my movie collection, like horror movie collection and shit like that. Eric Clapton, the cream of Eric Clapton. Just something I found at a yard sale. Well, all my Eric Clapton CDs are yard sale purchases. Because I don't want to go out and pay store prices for releases I'm not listening to that often. From the Cradle, Eric Clapton. One of his 90s albums, I believe. Yeah, 1994. Not a bad album, but I don't listen to it that often. It's not one of his more popular ones. But it's still good. Eric Clapton, Pilgrim. I don't like the artwork. The artwork can suck a dick because it's just... like, it looks like something a prog band on the shittiest label in the world would have. But still a decent album. Sorry for the glare. Right, and then there's Eric Clapton and B.B. King. Riding with the King. I'll put it in the Eric Clapton section just so it'll be easier to find. Its case is fucked up, but I can get it. I'll just put a new case on. This is something I'm going to actually put on the YouTube page, because I don't even know if this band exists anymore, and it's a really underground release, so I doubt I'll get copyrighted for it, or if the band even gives a fuck anymore. Ermine. This is Maps of the Rise and Fall. This is like progressive metal, progressive math rock, as far as I can remember. I haven't listened to this in a while. But this is like from, what, 2005 maybe? 2006? The artwork on it looks like some kind of like fucking average mathcore artwork. So yeah. That will definitely be coming up on the YouTube page soon. I just gotta get it put on my computer and make a video for it. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Just gonna share it because it's not really, you know, it's fucking obscure shit. Europe, 82 to 92. And a lot of people forget that Europe had two great albums out before they put it to Final Countdown, which is to me not that great of a release. Like, I find their first two albums to be much better releases, more hard rock, heavy metal sound and shit. And a lot of people forget about the fact that they had those like albums out. Like the, what was it, the fucking, I can't even remember the names of the fucking albums, because it's been so long since I've listened to them. But when I was a kid, I liked their first two albums better than the Final Countdown. I think it's the first one's self-titled, and the second one is like Wing something. But yeah, if you're gonna check out Europe at all, don't check out the Final Countdown. Check out the first 2 albums. Just saying that. Excuse. This is a great thrash metal band from, I'm pretty sure they are from Finland, but I might be mistaken completely. Also, this is the cheapest jewel case I think I've ever seen. Yeah, it's fucking cheap as dirt, but that's not really the concern. This is their first demo from 2012, and this actually is signed by the band. I got them to sign it for me when I bought it. But this is actually the last run that they ever made of this demo. That's what they said anyways when they put it out. Actually, this is the 2013 demo. I thought it was 2012, but it's actually 2013, as you can see. But yeah, this is just like a really, you know, DIY demo. Pretty awesome. Next is The Path to Extinction. I know Matt Bass from Which Clan spoke about this on his YouTube page. I love their logo, and I love the artwork on this. If you can just see that, it looks really fucking cool. I think this was, I can't remember what this was limited to, but like you can see, they signed this one as well. And Excuse are just a great ripping thrash metal band that, if you like thrash metal and you haven't checked these guys out, I highly recommend it. I say I really enjoy this shit. Not really mediocre like most thrashes nowadays. It has a different sound to it where it sounds pretty individualistic, if that's even a word. Exhumed, Necrocracy, or like, you know, I really like Exhumed, but this is the only album I have by them. Like Gore Metal is a great release, but it's the only CD I have them so far. If I ever seen Gore Metal in my local CD shop, I'd probably fucking buy that automatically, but I just never see good shit like that. But yeah, great album from 2012, I believe. I might be wrong on that. No, 2013. I thought it was 2012, but it's still a great album. And what we're listening to, Exodus, Bounded by Blood. Now, I bought this from Discogs because I found it really fucking hard to get a good edition of this. I didn't want the one with the complete shit artwork, like the red artwork that looks like ass. It came with a little card. So I had to search Discogs to find a good version with the good artwork on it. Let me just show you. There's a lot of good artwork in this, like poster-wise and shit. Like, and if I can get it open to show you, it's actually really fucking cool. Like, if I didn't mind using this as a poster, I would. Like, that's a cool fucking poster. It got like band posters with verbal abuse and a really old Exodus logo. Like, look at that. And it got like, what else? Slayer and Blizzard and Exodus back in the day with a really old Exodus logo. Merciful Fate, Exodus and Blizzard and Centennial Beast. Back when Merciful Fate and Exodus had really primitive logos. Like, you know, back when the band was just getting out on the scene, really. But, yeah. It's just really fucking cool. And then there's the back with all the good, really good band pictures. Like, Bailoff looks fucking cool as shit there. But yeah, I didn't mind having no booklet in my CD. I'd put that poster up. But maybe one day I will. I'll get the balls to do it, because I'm always afraid to take booklets out of CDs in case I fucking ruin them. But I'll probably buy a poster frame and put that in there at some point. Or I'll buy a second copy of the CD and use the booklet out of it. I don't know. Just a great album. And I love the way they packaged it with all the light blue, because that's a really, you know, recognizable color when it comes to that album. Extreme, Porno Graffiti. I can't remember who the guitarist is on this. Jesus, I can't remember the guitarist's name on this release. That was really fucking. I know Extreme were known for their guitar work, and I like Bittencourt, I know. But yeah, great guitar work on this. It's just, you know, Extreme were one of those bands that had a lot of, like, you know, they were talked a lot about back in the day. I'm just going to see now, I think it was this album was the one I kind of liked the most. It's number 3. Who was on this album that was really good? Fucking Jesus, why did they make fucking booklets like this? I don't know, I think it was Bittencourt I liked a lot. But you know, it's been so long since I listened to Extreme that I can't remember some of the fucking stuff that was on here that made me like enjoy it so much. But I know I enjoyed this album and that album I showed you before. But yeah, Extreme. Great 90s shit. This is Possessed. And this, I'm not Possessed. This is Possessed by Fire by Exhumer. What the fuck did I was thinking of Possessed for? This is a really shitty reissue, but it's a great album. This is, I like the packaging, I like the glossiness of it. But this is the one from End of the Light Productions or Records or whatever, from like 2012, and it got like the Mortal in Black demo on it and stuff, a Mortal in Black demo, and got some decent band pictures and some ads and reviews and stuff from the actual 80s, like, you know, back when they were just starting out, and gives a bit of a really good history from the band. But when I first got it, or after a month of having it, that like a fucking seam up here bust open. I had to fucking tape, well not tape, but I had to glue that back together and stuff, and then behind the CD there's no artwork at all, when there usually is nowadays, and yeah, just an alright reissue, but could have been better quality. Then there's Rising from the Sea. I bought these both at the same time. Two really awesome albums, and I think they're some of the best goddamn albums of all time in thrash metal. I think Zoomer's a great band, but yeah, there's more awesome shit. And this has the Whips and Chains demo on it too, so that's really cool. And then this is their newest album, Fire and Damnation. I remember being really into this when it came out, like the song Fire and Damnation, Vermin of the Sky, and Fallen Saint. Some of these songs are re-recordings, but yeah, Metal Blade put this out, and it's good to see those guys back together. And the last of the E's is Executioner with 3 X's. This is the Fear the Priest EP. I believe I showed this in my cassette video. My cassette videos back there, it was with, what, must have been 2-3 months ago. But yeah, just some great shit from England, I believe. Just a really cool CD. That was limited to 500, so it was cool to get that. And I'll just do the F's right quick, because there's only like, I believe, maybe 12 F's, as you can see. First is Faust. Faust are a really good death metal band, and I've heard a few people talk about these guys. I plan to do a review of this album, just because, but that's not right now. That's probably in the future, maybe a year or so, but I'll get around to it. Flegitus Idiosyncrasy in the Dilapidation, I believe. This is the demo from 2006. I got this for a pretty cheap price. For good reason, really. It's a really short demo, and it's just printed out like that, with 2 tracks that are pretty short for themselves. But I believe this is like maybe a 9-minute CD. I did post it to the YouTube page because, you know, I don't think the band's gonna fucking sue me over posting their 2006 promo. Sorry guys, phone died there, but yeah, promo from 2006. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Not a huge fan of this band, but you know, they're not terrible. Fleetwood Mac Greatest Hits. Just a pretty decent compilation. Fleetwood Mac, Behind the Mask. I believe this is Scratch the Fuck, at least my copy is. Or no, never mind, I thought my copy was. It must have been their CD I'm thinking of. Fight, War of Words. This features the guitarist who would later play on all the Steel Panther releases, Satchel. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting fact. Next is Flashback, rock classics of the 70s. This basically has the Allman Brothers Band, Bad Company, The Cars, Cheap Trick, Eric Clapton, Deep Purple, Foreigner, Kansas, Leonard Skinner, Pink Floyd, Bruce Springsteen, and Stephen Stills. Some decent shit on here. But yeah, Money by Pink Floyd's a cool one. But yeah, just a cool retro old compilation I found. Good for in the car, actually. Foo Fighters, This Is a Call. This is a pretty good, album. I like the Foo Fighters. I like their earlier material the most, and then this is Skin and Bones, the acoustic stuff. Because the early material had a more like raw sound to it, I find, but that's all, they don't really have a raw sound, just be more like, it's less mainstream sound. Sonic Highways, I bought this is a pretty decent album. I actually have a review of their EP, Saint Cecilia, coming out, so look forward to that. Foreigner, this is just a records album, so yeah. And then the last is Foreigner, The Very Best and Beyond. Sorry for the quick end to the video, guys, but my camera is about to fucking shut off because of space. So I'll be talking to you guys soon, and look forward to more CD videos. I got a bunch of these to do because I'm kind of backlogging on them because I had them planned, but then I just forgot to record them. So expect to see a flood of them. So see you guys.